Hi, this is Chris with Accurate LED. I want to tell you about our outdoor rigid strips. These are aluminum strips, and it's basically a channel, an extruded channel, and then inside of this there is a circuit board attached with LEDs every so often along the surface of this. Now there are 60 LEDs per meter. A meter is just shy of 40 inches. This is about 39.5 inches. We have 60 of these all through here. Now if you look at these two strips, what I have here, this is a warm white high output strip, and this is actually a blue standard output strip. And I want to show you how they attach. At the end of the strip, actually on both ends of each strip, there are two wires. There's a positive and a negative wire. Now with LEDs, this is 12 volt DC is the power that we're going to be putting into here. With DC, there is a positive and there is a negative. And you can't get them mixed up or they won't work. And you can actually, I'm going to just attach this with my fingers. There's no shock, there's no sensation of buzzing or anything like that with 12 volt DC. I am actually holding this with my finger right here. So this is how safe it is. And you can see this is, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's pretty bright. Now this is warm white. This is about the same color as a halogen bulb, a standard indoor halogen bulb. So it's not that blue ugly LED that you see sometimes when you see some cheap LED product. You know, that really cold white look. This is more of a warm indoor look. And by the way, something about this strip, it is totally filled all through here with resin. So this is an electronic device, and this is a little circuit board in here, but it's sealed. It's pretty much sealed. You can put this outdoors. It can get wet. I wouldn't recommend submerging it, and I also would not recommend putting it anywhere near salt water where there's actually going to be salt spray on it, because first of all, the aluminum is going to react with salt water and it's going to corrode very quickly. Not only that though, there's, you know, the surface of these diodes, the salt water just isn't going to be friendly to them. So I would suggest if you live in a salt environment, maybe on the beach or something like that, keep this away from the salt water. Now this is a blue standard output strip, and I'll show you what this looks like. Oops. You see, if I hook it up backwards, if I attach the power supply backwards, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to mess anything up or hurt anything. It just won't light up. There, now we've got it going the right way. And you see this blue. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but that blue is a very vivid blue. The colors that LEDs put out are really extremely vivid. They really get your attention. You probably noticed some of the newer LED Christmas lights have more vibrant colors. And this is just the nature of the way the lights work. Now to connect them, there's several different methods you can use to connect them. For outdoor stuff, I like wire nuts. In fact, these are just regular electrical wire nuts, but you can also, at the hardware store, you can pick up irrigation wire nuts, which a lot of guys use for landscape lighting, but they're basically a wire nut with a seal over the end of it, and they're filled with grease. And that grease will keep moisture from corroding the exposed metal in the connection. But I'm just going to use these standard interior wire nuts for now. And that's really all there is to it. Now the power supply, you know, you mount that wherever you have power, and then you just run a wire, just a two-conductor wire to wherever you want to install this, and it gets installed. Along with these strips, these are the mounting clips that we sell. They're just thin metal. There's a little hole in the center for a screw, and you just, you know, attach these to anything, and then they just attach like that and they mount right in. So, you know, let's say under a shelf, for example. You just take a couple of these clips, screw them up to the bottom of the shelf like that, and then you just pop this right up there and it stays. Now something else about these rigid strips, you can actually cut these every so often. If you can see on the end here, that's the the resin that seals all the electronics inside. We've cut this with a hacksaw. It's really simple to do. You just have to come across every so often where you have these cut points, and you just cut it right in the middle there, and there you go. It's not going to affect these 3 LEDs will light up. Now if you cut into the middle of this, let's say you cut it right there where that little black thing is, it's actually a resistor. These 2 LEDs would not light up. These 3 would, but this circuit would not be complete. The fact that we cut it here at the end point, that's where the circuit ends. So you can actually cut these with a hacksaw. You can also use a cutoff wheel. You can use a Dremel tool. You could use any number of things that'll cut aluminum, and it's simple to cut. Don't be intimidated by cutting aluminum. It's actually a really soft metal, and you can get a pretty clean cut out of it.